Yes, I'm gonna hold to everything today. Oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna go to Berlin with my dick hard, I'm telling you guys. I was holding into that ride, I even had time to whoop. Yeah, that was nice. I like those moves when you have to like poopa. Oh yes, baby. Okay. This problem actually was one of those problems that I thought that I'm not gonna be able to do it until the late stage of the 60 classes. I had my first shoe session on this one and I was so like not confused, but I was like, man, I'm never gonna send this one. And then on the third session I came and I tried and I felt twice on the top move, just because the top move is kind of like strange to hold, and as well I fired off. I was like, ah man. The problem that I only have here is the last move, like matching the last move and keeping my tension for like those 3 seconds is pretty hard. Let me see if I can find a brush. A brush. A brush. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, this one is pretty straightforward. It's just I feel like this one is gonna be a sand as well. Let's see if what we learn and what I told you guys about keeping that tension on my body, on like my feet, really keeping that tension on my feet is gonna work. If I'm gonna send this one, that's mean that what I told you guys is all correct, and you don't guys need to go check it out and see like, oh, maybe he's talking shit. No, if this is gonna be a send, that's mean that all I said is working. Focus more on the feet and less on the arm, you know. One good thing of like having the clock and like being able to you know, apart that is having the clock is really good to rest, because you know that you're resting properly as well. What I think is, you see guys, like once I send the problem I'm really excited and stuff, so that 5 minutes as well helps me to, you know, not lower the excitement, but you know, slowly decrease the excitement, because I feel when I'm excited, like I start to like, you know, my ego comes out and like I'm less keen to like starting, like I don't breathe well, I start to do like wrong beats, you know, so I start to lose that focus that I was having from the beginning. So definitely having a clock helps either in resting and as well for like focus. But you know, when you like getting, at least to me happened a couple of times that I was like excited, you know, like I was so happy, I was starting to be so confident, and then I would climb really bad. I would still climb like the climbs, but I would climb really bad, like it was not like, yeah, like perfect, you know. I really like when like I climb something and I'm like, oh man, perfect climb. Like, yeah, that's, I always look for that like 100% climb. Oh my! I mean, I lost my feet at the move there, which didn't help much. I could like go right on the top hole and, you know, twisting my hips so I'm stay closer, but then if I want to match, my left foot is gonna like bring me out for sure. So I definitely need to find a position that is more comfortable. even when I'm like trying to go straight arms and stay as low as possible, it doesn't improve like the feeling. The feeling is still bad if I'm like this or if I'm like this. So it really pisses me off when you can do the whole climb and you cannot do the last move. By far the most frustrating thing in climbing. You know that you can do everything, it's just that you cannot do the match. Man, that's probably one of the worst feeling in climbing that you can have. If there is one thing that I wish you guys never gonna like feel, is this, like arriving to the top hole and not being able to match. Yeah. The way you finish a problem is when you like match, you have to match the top hole and you need to stay there for 3 seconds. That's how it works. That's when the sand counts, because like you can be like and then fall, it doesn't count, you know, like you need to boom. And you know, if you feel that you're like confident like that, you can, yeah, you don't need to stay all the time 3 seconds. If you know that you're like holding a super jug, you know, like you don't want to be there, because you know that like you know, if your one hand is just like flowing around and you're just vibing, like, yeah, you know, you know, there is exception, but most of the time, like yeah. There is actually one problem that I wanted to try, and we're probably gonna try next, or like yeah, we're gonna see in a bit. But before we need to definitely do this one today doubles for today. I have a dagger and I have a 2-hand weapon. This is more like a staff. It's a 1-hand staff. So this is for speed and this is for reach.